Hello, geometry friends. Today we're going to talk about constructing translations. And they aren't really that difficult, but you need to make sure you're paying attention because you do a lot of jumping back and forth when you do these constructions. So just be aware of that. The first thing says, construct a line parallel to a given line AB through point P. And we're going to follow the instructions. So it says, first measure AP using your compass. Okay. So I'm going to measure AP using my compass because they said so. Then draw an arc from B extending from P to L. Okay, so I think they mean draw an arc from B that goes like that. Fine. Now it says measure AB using your compass. Okay. And then draw an arc from P that'll intersect your first arc. Label that intersection as Q. And draw PQ. And I've made a parallel. Okay, I can follow directions. Well, what we also technically did is we translated P to Q the same way A got translated to B. A translation is a slide, okay? So for a vector AB, the translation along AB is the transformation capital T with a subscript of AB defined as follows. P is mapped to Q such that PQ is parallel to and the same length as AB. Long story short, all this really means is that when you translate something, everything goes in the same direction a certain distance. So we are going to do that down here. And we look at ABC, and it got translated to ABC right here. And you'll notice that everything slid. And if I draw in what are called the translation vectors, these are my translation vectors. All three of these should be the same length and going in the same direction. And they sure as heck look like it. And if I am able to, I should be able to drag it and kind of put them all in the same place. Those are the same length. Let me grab this one. Come on. It doesn't want to move. Okay. Those are all identical vectors. Now, how do we do it ourselves with our compass? Not too hard. I'm going to cover up these instructions here because I don't really want you looking at those. I want you to watch what I do. So what we're going to do here is if I want to construct PQ and I want to slide it the distance AB, we're going to grab our compass. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure AB. So I'm going to open from A to B with my compass. And I am going to draw an arc from Q that goes approximately in the same direction as AB and P. So I know that when PQ moves, don't draw this. I repeat, do not draw this. I know that when PQ moves, it might go from like here to here, or it might go from here to here, but it's going to go from one point on one of those arcs to another point on the other arc, but I'm not exactly sure exactly which point it is. All right, so step one was draw those two arcs that are the length of AB and draw them from Q and from P. Then, since a translation is a slide, the next thing we're going to do is slide. So now I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to put my pokey part on A, but now I'm going to put the pencil part on Q. And what I'm effectively doing here is I'm anchoring Q to A. So open the pencil part to Q. And then I'm going to do the translation slide. I'm going to slide the pokey part down the line until I get to B, and then draw a little arc. Now I know where Q prime is. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing, but do P. So anchor A to P. And I got to scroll down a little bit. So A to P. Slide down the vector. Draw the arc. And that is now P prime. And I connect them. And I've translated it. So step one is draw arcs the same length as your translation vector. And then step two is anchor your pre-image point to your vector and then slide down and draw another arc. So let's do the same thing down here. I'm going to shrink this here. Let's do maybe that. So if I want to draw DFE slid down into the left in the same direction as AB, step one is I'm going to measure AB. So open up my compass from A to B. Okay, A to B. Then draw that arc from D, F, and E. Then anchor your triangle to your translation vector and slide. So pokey part on A, pencil part all the way up here on D, then slide down the vector, arc to intersect. That's a D prime. Pokey part on A, pencil part on F. Slide down the vector, draw your intersection. Pokey part on A, pencil part on E. Yep. Slide down. And that is E prime. And then I'm just going to connect the dots. D to F, F to E, E to D. And you can see that that triangle slid down and to the left. Okay? And that is how you do translations. So make sure that you follow the steps. Remember that a translation slides things, and you should know that the old thing and the new thing end up being parallel after a translation. I am signing off because there's no reason to keep talking because I've already told you all the things. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you all soon.